Hey, welcome to another episode of Lawful Stupid. We're gonna start it a little different this time. One of our Discordians made a really sick beat, and we call him Ginge. I'm gonna drop a link to his SoundCloud and episode description, but I want to play his song first, and then we'll get into what a normal episode sounds like. So we hope you enjoyed this song as much as we did.
We are dreamers.
We are gamers.
We are storytellers.
We are players.
Nerds. We are creators.
We are
Large women. We are players.
We are players.
Nerds. We are dreamers.
We are gamers.
We are storytellers.
We are players.
Nerds. We are creators.
We are
Large women. We are players.
We are players.
Nerds. We are dreamers.
We are gamers.
We are storytellers.
We are players.
Nerds. We are creators.
We are
Large women. We are players.
We are players.
Nerds. Dreamers.
Storytellers.
Players. We are dreamers.
We are gamers.
We are storytellers.
We are players.
Nerds. We are creators.
We are
Large women. We are players.
We are players.
Nerds. We are dreamers.
We are gamers.
We are storytellers.
We are players.
Nerds. We are creators.
We are
Large women. We are players.
We are players.
Nerds. We are dreamers.
Gamers.
Story creators.
We are
dreamers.
gamers.
Story creators.
We are
dreamers.
gamers.
Story creators.
We are
dreamers.
gamers.
Story creators.
We are
dreamers.
We are gamers.
We are storytellers.
We are players.
Nerds. We are creators.
We are
Large women. We are players.
we are players.
Nerds. We are dreamers.
We are gamers.
We are storytellers.
We are players.
Nerds. We are creators.
We are
Large women. We are players.
we are players.
Nerds. 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 Nerds.
Oh shit, sorry, that's on me. My bad. Last time on Lawful Stupid.
We closed the door, and then
We locked it. And then,
We destroyed it.
Kristoff. Yeah, we left with Vindel.
little Findle and Axel.
And
Yeah,
Axel. And the Hammer of Darrington.
And Axel left. And we're there.
And then what happened to Atlas?
Yeah, Atlas, what happened, dawg?
I broke up with my girl.
So, like, you guys agreed to see other
Hashtag.
people?
Oh man, it's such a so my Atlas's
desire to destroy the things he felt like has destroyed his life cost him the hefty price of parting with Allah.
Are you guys? Is she gone now?
No.
No.
So she's still there.
I don't know
Oh.
yet.
She's
I'm
not.
about to find out what's going on.
I'm trying to figure out like what conversation is happening because I was there for it, and she's not gone.
You
at all.
agreed to break the curse.
Yeah, you agreed to break the curse, like, so that means like fulfilling the Sword of Vengeance curse.
But it's inevitable that we will at some point have to part
So you're saying
ways.
your relationship has an expiration?
It
So you're
does.
saying there's a chance.
Like every other one. Like when you die, that's an expiration date.
I ain't never gonna die.
I've expired.
I'm trying not to.
My plan is to live forever. So far, so
Yeah.
So I have this vision. Inris? Was that what the name? The goddess?
Etis.
Etis.
Etis. I was thinking Fenris, I thought you meant Inris. So Etis. Make a pact with him. And then I'm out of this vision. I'm back with the boys, and we're walking to the
He
cave.
said, "Boy, have I got a story for y'all."
And I said,
Yeah.
yeah?
So you guys are walking through the woods, and with Avia at your side, and Atlas tells you he has a story.
Yeah.
This is where we're picking up.
So the craziest thing... how long have I been gone?
You weren't gone.
How long have we been walking toward
You've
the
been
city,
here the whole
toward the
time.
cave?
We've been walking for about 11 minutes.
Okay, so very much like Rowan being transported and talking to Wind, I too was moved out of body experience and talked to a god, and I may have made a bad choice.
Which god?
But I feel like it is the right choice. I'm gonna fulfill my desire of getting rid of these monsters, these fiends. But it seems too that is the aim of Edis,
Who?
this wolf
Oh.
god. He was very intimidating. I tried to hold on. He's very scary god to deal with. But in return, and I will pull out Alaria's sword at that time and hold it, one blade, on the handle and the other one's in my hand. I have to break the curse with Alaria.
You were going to do that anyway, so sweet deal.
Yeah. What are you getting out of this?
A sweet fire ability from my sword.
Please demonstrate.
I get to fulfill revenge for Yogg and revenge for all the people of Oxbane. That's what I get.
I think you could have done it anyway.
Done.
I figured you were going for like a double payment thing. Like, I was going to do it anyway, so thanks for the double payment.
To be clear, Devin, he granted you the first rights of the Blood Hunter, man. So you instinctively now know all of those abilities. While he didn't grant you godlike power, he just gave you the knowledge that a Blood Hunter would already have. So that's what you got.
He also bestowed on me a great deal of skills, and so if someone steals Alaria from me, I have those skills, and I will find them and I will kill them.
All right, Liam Mason.
All right, then. What kind of skills?
Well, there's the demon tracking skill, and the demon knowing skill, and the weakness skill, and also I have some extra attack power.
That sounds
Sounds like a good deal, yes.
Good call.
Well done.
I will find whoever has released these demons, birthed them, whatever it is, created them, and I will kill them as well.
Okay. Good.
You also got to look at who was behind Kenra to some degree.
Yeah,
It's good. It's
but we will get to
good
that.
to set goals for yourself.
Yeah. I'll be there the whole way. This sounds great.
But they got to be smart goals. You have to have a certain amount of time. It's got to be,
No, you
manageable.
can set lofty goals. I don't really care.
Yeah, I like your goals. I like that you're being you.
You got that red cape on for a reason.
That's very true.
Because Alex, I don't know if you know this, but I like you. I like Atlas. Or who Atlas is.
And you hear Avia say, Are you guys always like this?
We're very supportive of each other. It's been very trying times.
We've gone through
David,
some things.
I believe in you also. You're a great pirate wizard.
Thanks. I think.
Who else could have done the things you did? You're amazing. You should take a bow.
Think about.
Just take a bow.
Well,
And she's like struggling to walk as it is. She goes, maybe later.
yes, later.
It's an emotional bow. I can feel it. I'm humbled.
And so you guys approach the cave and come up on the cave, where there's like straggling amounts of forces rejoining these caves. This cave and these tents, which is pretty much evacuated, but everybody knew it was the rallying point should anything go down. And so when you guys approach, there's like a mix of guild members who have already made it back, and man, there is just a large amount of wounded. Pretty much everybody around has some type of wound, from superficial to people are missing limbs. It's not great. And you see your lovable lightbearer friend, Steward Felon, and she is just like working her ass off, like going from person to person, trying to mend wounds as quickly as she can. What do you guys want to do as you roll up on these rallying people?
We should probably make our way to see the match.
Yeah.
So you guys go into the cave and go to the tents to where the Magister's tent was. I mean, this cave's pretty empty. Like, nobody's really here. And you find the Magister's tent to be empty as well. Him and his party have not returned. If you recall, he was also on the battlefield.
Oh.
So we made it back ahead of them. I can help with the wounded?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. What about other two boys? Help with wounded?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do something real dumb. I'm super sorry. I'm gonna apologize to you all now if it goes bad.
Okay, thank you.
I want to use the new loot ability
Alright.
and see if I can get like some super wind juice to fucking mass heal some peeps.
Alright. Let's do this.
It's a D100, right?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. I'll have to look it up.
I think it's a D20. I'm looking up the ability right now.
Okay, me too.
Because I gave it to you. Alright, you roll a 1D20. You tell me what you get.
A 13.
13. Alright. Alright, let's see.
And takes the narrative into his hands.
Yep. Not going to do much for you. So fuck it, man. I like your theory here. I'm gonna give you a little something because while that's not mechanically what this does, we're gonna play it out. And we'll just worry about what 13 actually does later when you use it in combat. So it is Wynn's story, and so he takes the narrative of the story in his hands, and you hear over your shoulder in your ear, Rowan. He says, "This is kind of lame, Rowan. You got a lot of people hurt."
Yeah, but if I heal them, how great is that? How great does that demonstrate your power?
I feel like you're going to take credit for it.
No, I'll totally would share credit.
DLZ. And when you play this lute, you go outside and you play it, and people who have minor wounds or like these surface wounds, you see them kind of start to heal up on their own, like scab over. I mean, people who are missing limbs, still not great. They grow back stronger. No,
When they grow a second arm.
yeah, but it's on the wrong side. No. But yeah, everybody who has everybody in the area who has minor wounds or
Less than
grievous
critical.
wounds. Yeah. Anybody who is like half HP ish is kind of back up to full. They're still tired and exhausted, but
They're not dying.
They're patched up better. Yeah, man, you do that, and your beautiful melody rings out.
The Sinlor is great, but Win can help you too. Just focus on the ones with the arms and stuff. Win and I have the rest covered.
And the steward looks back at you, and she kind of watches as this green magic is kind of healing people up, and she opens her mouth and is going to respond, and just clamps it shut and nods and walks over to someone who's missing a limb and starts trying to help that person.
Yes, I sling the loot on Mike and then air loot victory.
Bill and Ted style. I love it.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to approach one of these people obviously missing a limb, grievous wound. I'm going to put my hand on it, and I'm going to use the Swan trick of frostbite. And channel the magic into my hand.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a ranged spell attack, please. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a ranged spell attack. Just like last time you did this.
That's like a 9.
Yeah, so you you focus what you have done countless of times before, and you feel the magic. You use your brain to kind of shape the magic the way you would 1,000 times over to provide frostbite to this wound, and it almost like your entire body is fighting you. Nothing happens. It feels strange, and the only way I can describe it is when you go to do that, it's kind of like when you take laughing gas, when every time you go to do it, your thoughts immediately scatter. And just focusing on a thought becomes difficult right after you try to cast that frostbite.
Okay, plan B, I'll just make a copper wire tourniquet.
And you reach up into the air and you do what you have always done, and you're pulling and you're trying to grab from the arcane torrent, but you can't see it. Atlas, you have anything, or Rowan? You see your boy over there just pulling from thin air, but not panicking as he is trying to. It's almost like he's trying to catch a fly, but you know that he's doing something more than that.
I'll walk over, I'll pat him on the back and say, I think we're all due for a long rest. So that's where I'm gonna go. If you probably should do.
I shrug him off of me and I keep.
You keep walking? Okay, where do you want to go? Do you have something in mind?
Yeah, I want to go to where we had established that forge.
Oh, where you established the forge?
Over by the
yeah,
road.
Okay. Does anybody... Okay, cool. Well, you do that then. You remember how to get there? It's a 5 or 10 minute walk away, at least. Alright, it's the Kristoff show. You get to the...
No, I just did a big dumb thing with Win. I'm gonna step back for a
I just
second.
mean you're not following him. That's fine. That's your choice. I give you the space to do whatever you want to do. Yeah, so you go to the forge.
And I'm actually just really going to the brook and kind of put both my hands in the water. And I'm just trying so hard to freeze it, just trying to concentrate.
And you focus this it's almost like walking for you, because you've always had magic throughout your life. Like, it's just been a part of you, and every time you try to do it, it feels like you're chasing this thought that never was.
I think I just get more and more frustrated, and I'm kind of just like lashing out at the water and kind of like, you know, how you punch water. You know how you guys do that? You get mad at the ocean, so you like fight it.
Just fight the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that.
Yeah, so then, I mean, you try to cast these spells, and you just kind of like throw yourself at the waterfall, almost like punching and kicking and, I mean, cursing or whatever Kristoff's, you know, like rambling would end up being.
Dirty son of a palace mother, son of a god!
And that's where you stand as your words just kind of like float into this empty air. The waterfall just pounding at the creek or the river ahead of you. I guess river's not right. The creek or the brook. Alone with your thoughts and your realization that you can't cast anymore. Like, you can't feel the magic when you go to use it. What do you want to do next, boys? Or, Kristoff?
After working myself into a fervor, I would eventually collapse and breathe heavily next to the brook for quite some time before walking somberly back into the cave, rolling stealth. It's about a 15.
Sure. Can I have your intentions with that stealth check?
I'm going to walk into the camp. I'm going to rummage around people's possessions, and I'm looking for alcohol.
Okay. Boys, go ahead and roll me perception checks. I'm gonna roll for a couple NPCs.
15.
Well, no NPCs give a shit about you. What did you roll again?
15.
Shane? So Atlas, you kind of spot him slinking into the cave. Like, just barely. You kind of see him, like, you can see he's like sliding down, like, yeah. Like, get in there all stealthily.
And I rolled an 18.
Yeah, man, you see him like coming around the corner. You watch him like slide against the wall and like crunch down.
Let me just so you know, I'm not Pink Panthering my way through the cave. I'm just trying to look nondescript.
I don't know, man. I really like the idea of Pink Panther. No, yeah. You
hands in the pocket, whistling.
Nothing going on.
I like the idea of you doing your own Pink Panther as you go, okay. Right? Like kind of like a. Yep.
Like Croc.
What did the Pink Panther say when he stepped on a book?
Dead ant.
Dead ant.
Dead ant. Dead ant. So anyway, I will watch Kristoff for a moment. I'm like, oh, that's my friend.
Yeah. I think you walk. I think you really do just like walk in like you own the place, right? Like that's the form of stealth you take. Just like walk, right? Like you don't run. You're not hurried. You just kind of like, you know, look ahead. Just walk normally. And so you walk into the cave, man. Yeah, go ahead and go rummaging. Do me a favor and roll. I'll do it. Actually. Oh yeah, man. You find plenty of booze. I think you, like, you're looking around, and in your head you're like, Spawn's tent, and you like run over there, and you're like, maybe not.
Eckenbar.
And you're like, Eckenbar. And you go over there, and like Eckenbar is like tapped, and then it's Magister. And when you go to his tent, you like look around and you open up a trunk, and it's just like bottles. Like there's like a dozen bottles.
There's a liquor fountain in it.
Yeah, most of them are full.
Canonically, I do have a flask. So I'm going to fill a flask from one of the bottles. I'm then going to put that bottle down, grab a new fresh bottle, tuck that into my vest, and I walk away with my flask and additional bottle of whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's got whiskey. He's got a gin.
I would like a fine Temerian rum.
He definitely has a rum in
I do
there.
not want rum. I will stick to the whiskey. Actually, I'll take the gin.
Yeah. All right.
Shoot for a gin.
So there you go. Yeah. So you now have some booze.
I
Boy.
slink away and drink it.
Okay. So while he's getting loaded in the cave, what do you boys want to do? You want to do anything else, or I'll move it along?
I want to sleep.
Okay.
Well, before you sleep,
That's just
I'm going to talk to you.
walk and talk. I'm very tired, but you can walk to me as I find
Yeah, I'll walk with you.
Remember that you've only been, to be clear, like, let's help you out with timelines. You've only been gone from this battle for an hour,
It's a big day.
right? Yeah.
It's a very big hour.
That's fine. I'm just telling you, right? Like, so you know that there are other like lore things or like story bits happening. Like, 'cause it's only been an hour. But move on.
He's been through an
Go- sorry.
emotional thing, okay? Like, he just broke
That's
up
fine.
with
I'm
his
just saying.
girlfriend.
Just remind.
He's gotta go murder people later.
Sure.
Like, it's been a day.
Yeah,
But-
Tuesday, a regular Tuesday.
It's just Tuesday. It's crazy.
It's true.
Say, what's up, Rowan? Hey, by the way, did you see Kristoff slinking around being a weirdo?
I did. I was gonna ask because I saw you go up to him, and then he just kind of kept walking. I didn't know what that interaction entailed.
Yeah, it just seems like the kind of guy probably wants to be left alone. But, I probably wouldn't be help. So maybe you could talk to him.
I mean, I could talk to him. Are you okay? You had a little episode too.
I'm not doing real great, man. I got a lot going on up here in this big old noggin.
What's going on? Talk with me. How are you doing?
Oh, first I got this whole thing with Ilaria. I mean, she pretty much knows how I feel about her, but then I got this thing I got to do now for Edith and myself. I'm torn. But I'm not torn. I know exactly what I want, but then I don't know at all what I want. It's very confusing. I understand.
It's true. If there's one thing that I know for sure about love, it's that it's a lie.
I don't know if that is
No,
true.
it's propagated by the big scroll companies to sell Valentine's Day cards.
Valentine's Day scroll.
Stuff pops up and it says that, and then it rolls away.
I'm just saying, everyone falls in love. If it was a magical thing and there was a soulmate, like, what are the odds that, like, they just happen to live 3 doors down from you? Like, it's just something that happens, and it's more of a baser instinct than it is fate. And it's just like, you jive with this ghost, and that's you.
Well, you say 3 doors down, and I say cuss sword we found on an adventure. I mean, it's very, very different.
That's different, but, like, your paths cross. Like, you're gonna fall in love with something. Eventually, probably.
Well, my paths cross with you.
I mean, you could fall in love with me, and I would be honored if we're talking. If we're putting this on the table right now.
You are a dear friend, probably my dearest. You first, and then Ilaria, and then actually Yogg first, and you two, and then like 9th or 10th is Kristoff. Yeah.
I mean, I would think that we're a lot closer than that at this point.
You are actually, because I have some room for improvement. That Kristoff can go up because I'm losing a spot there soon. So
That's true.
I like how Yarg's still number 1. He's dead and gone, but Ilaria, who's still very much here.
Still dead and gone.
Nah, she's
Still dead and gone. To be fair,
Yeah, true, but
Well,
Yarg's
dead but not
ghost is in
gone.
here
Dead
talking.
here.
didn't hear.
Yeah, dead in here.
it's just a lot to work out, Rowan. But I tell you that your company, as well as Kristoff's, is very welcome and appreciated.
Well, if if you need someone to talk to and work this out, like, I've seen some things, been places,
And some stuff.
seen some stuff.
Would you recommend it?
No. I mean, maybe. Well, if you want to talk, we can talk. Do you want to sleep?
Yeah, I think I just need
Yeah,
a little
you
shut eye. Not a long rest per se, but maybe just a
Yeah,
short
you
rest.
take a little rest, and you just take an extra 1d8 if you need it, and then...
Just let me know if there's anything going on, and I'll be able to jiffy.
Good. Well, I'm gonna go. If you're fine, I'm sure that you're fine. I'm gonna go check on Kristoff.
I'm fine.
Okay. I give him a kiss on the forehead and walk away.
Rowan Legato, Dungeon Mom.
Dungeon Mom. I'm gonna tuck him in and I make sure I get like full burrito like tucked underneath him so he's cozy.
Yeah,
So
swaddle
he
him.
pulls the blanket up, and my feet
swaddles
are out,
him.
then he pulls it back down, but then my chest is cold, and he just says that.
And then I just take off my own jacket and put it over your chest so your chest and feet are cold. Then I go find Kristoff.
Hello, Lawful Stupid listeners. You've stumbled into a very special time in the episode. We want to first thank you for taking the time to listen to us each week. We do this because, well, we love to do it. But if we're honest, we also want you to love us. We also want to thank all of our amazing patrons that support us monthly. You have no idea what it means for you to go a step further and give us your hard-earned monies to make our podcast better. And we have several options for those of you who want to take that leap into being a patron, because we think it's important that you get good stuff for giving us your monies. We revamped our reward system and think we have some great stuff to offer you. And rewards show up in the form of handwritten notes with awesome fantasy coins that our very own Rowan has put together. We also have things like posters of characters we love you could get, NPCs that you can create that show up in our stories, also items that you can create that will show up in the stories. We like to do Q&A sessions each month for our patrons, and any extra content that we can throw at you is really good. One of our favorite things we've done recently is the one-offs with our $20 patrons that allow you to actually interact with the characters from the Lawful Stupid realm. Those show up in the form of extra content and even live listening that we do with people in our Discord. So those are just some of the things that we have to offer, and we hope that you, if you're willing to, give us some extra money and support the podcast. We would love you. And even if you don't, we still love you. But if you do want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/Lawful Stupid Podcast and follow the links to donate. We thank you for your time and hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
People are always telling me, Scott Chainsaw of Lawful Stupid, that me and Alex are super close. We have so many inside jokes, and they're always wondering about that. They say we're like twins, you know? We even finished each other's...
Sandwiches.
I don't get it.
That's not it.
No, that's it.
Yeah, so we're basically like twins. You know who else was twins? Castor and Pollux from Greek myth. They're some of the most famous twins that you ever heard of, and I want to tell you about castpollux.com.
CastBox.com is a place that delivers a lot of dice and other cool items. They're very special to me because I got a set of dice. Not only did they send me my dice, they sent my son his own set of dice. Very beautiful set of watermelon colored dice.
Cass and Pollux are members of our Discord family, and being a part of that family, the Lawful Stupid family, they saw the kindness in their hearts to give us a coupon code. So you can go to castpollux.com, get some sweet dice, necklaces, and use Lawful Stupid to get 15% off.
Get yours today.
All right, yeah. So you find Kristoff, and Kristoff, what is the rate you have been consuming?
I'll tell you what, the flask is empty.
And how's that bottle doing?
About a quarter of it missing.
Okay, so you're not super messed up yet.
It's been a while, and it's actually hitting me much harder than I thought it would.
That's true. You stopped drinking for a while.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, cool. So you get to choose your inebriation level then as Rowan approaches you.
Do I see him approach?
That's really up to you. Like, how focused on this bottle are you, man? Like, because to me, you're just kind of either sitting at somebody's tent or against the wall somewhere, just kind of like...
Let's break the tradition. I rolled an 8 on my perception. I probably don't see him coming, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
I'll just walk up. Chris, how you?
Hello! And I'm like hiding the pot.
You hear like the clink.
Clank.
What's that?
It's fine gin. Would you like some?
I would never say no to fine gin.
I don't have anything to pour it into, so you can just drink it from the bottle.
Oh, that sounds... Wait, I have a cup here.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So, you started drinking again?
Yeah, I did.
Is it a celebration drink? Because you did so good?
It is not.
Is it a sad drink?
It is.
You're a sad boy?
Sad boy.
Why are you a sad boy?
Turns out this is one of the few things that I can do now.
A drink?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure most people can drink. Most fish can, though.
It's probably true. I don't know. I've studied money.
So, do you care to elaborate on that? We just did great things. We did lots of stuff.
I'd love to. You see, do you have anything disposable?
I have this disposable cup.
Oh, fantastic. I'll just hit it with my ray of frost. If you could just, on the count of 3, pull. 1, 2, 3.
Pull!
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
So you kind of like throw this cup up, and it like lands in like the middle of the floor.
So, you missed. Except you didn't shoot.
100% of the shots you did.
Is it your nerves?
No, I think I broke it.
Broke what?
My magic.
Can you break magic?
Apparently. If you recall my ultimate final jutsu technique, Kapara Kofu.
Oh, of course. Everyone's heard of the Kapara Kofu by now.
I used the iris and I took a lot of the arcane torrent into myself through it, and something snapped.
Maybe it's just all in your head? It's a head thing.
Oh, you're right. Wait a second. I believe in myself. Do it again.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
So Rowan throws up this cup into the air, and I think Rowan's like just like waiting for it to explode in ice, and then he like tracks it as it lands next to the other one.
I'm already drinking, by the way. By the time his vision is back on me, I just have the bottle
Christus, you can't move forward if you keep moving back.
That is a true statement. You cannot do that if you're doing that.
That's true. It's so rare that I say a true statement, but we can figure this out. We can fit those cuckoo crazy pants again. Frost. To talk to Frost.
I can't.
Why not?
Have you met him?
Twice.
So nice to talk to.
He could be. I sense a lot of respect between me and him personally.
Oh. I didn't know you had that kind of relationship.
Oh, we don't.
Oh.
But I know we did a great thing. I'm sure like lots of people like us or hate us. I don't really. We did a good thing.
Yeah.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, sure.
Then let's go find Frost, the Frosty boy. Frosty Wizard. Also still drinking gin with you. I'm not telling you to not drink.
Yeah, so you guys stand up and walk towards the cave exit. And as you do so, more people have now joined the rallying point. And the first person that approaches you two is Vaughn.
Hey.
And he is just covered in blood. And across his eyes is the only part of his skin you can really see. The rest is pretty much smudged in blood from where he wiped this pathway of cleanliness to some degrees. And he says, Rowan. Oh, whoa, that was way off. Sorry. Rowan.
Son,
Kristoff. It's good to see you.
it's good to see you.
I approach him, and I'm pretty drunk, but I'm also going to kind of steady myself, put my hand on him, kind of get some of that blood and give it a smell. I hope this is mostly not yours.
And Spawn like looks at you. His eyes are kind of narrowed, in a more concerned way. He's more perplexed, and he says, "No, that's not mine. Most of it, anyways. Are you all right, Kristoff?"
I'm fine. I just can't have you running off and getting hurt all the time.
He's too proud to
Rowan.
see how much he cares.
He's pretty drunk. How long have you guys been here?
1 hour.
Yeah, about an hour, a little less, right, compared to him.
45.
45 minutes.
That's a lot of drinking.
And counting.
Yes. We've got some things to work through, but we're looking for a solution.
Everyone's saying you closed the
We
doors.
did. We closed
What
it.
happened?
We went down there. Terrible things happened. And then we murdered everything effortlessly, with like a lot of people dying in the process. Fridley alike. Not from us, but wishy-washy. Anyway, we closed the gate. Vindel helped us destroy it. Frost destroyed the key. And so they cannot be opened again. So now we can go at it at a more tactical thing.
Yes, we can now destroy the remaining enemies with minimal casualties, with strategic strikes against the stragglers.
Yes.
And as you guys are talking, Rowan, the more sober one, and then Kristoff in the background, like making hand gestures as like Rowan's like talking. He's almost like
Pantomiming.
telling a story. Spawn. Yeah, Spawn says, maybe I will check in with you guys a little bit later
Yeah, it's
when I can get a more coherent story
You'll
from
get
you.
cleaned up, Swan. When you're ready, you're no longer distracted. Come find me.
exactly. But we'll be back
Yes.
shortly. I clap him.
That's
Going to get him taken care of. Just whispered into his ear.
wait. What did you say? Sorry.
We're gonna get him taken care of.
And you said that to Spawn,
Yes.
right? And Spawn kind of nods and says, I see that you do. That's not... That's concerning.
That's why we're looking into it. But you clean up. We've got a wizard. Wizard. What do you guys do? Alright, I'm gonna go see a shrug.
Okay, and he like goes over to the fighters, like the different guilds, and he looks for his people to start like trying to help take care of them. And you're kind of looking around this camp of, you know, warriors and architects and healers and arcanists and just, you know, different guild members who have like returned from the battle. And you see Frost, and he's like, you see his back, and he's talking to somebody, but you see him.
Frost. I mean, excuse me, Frost.
And he like turns around and says, "Oh, hello. Is everything okay?"
Can we have a word in private for just a moment?
Of course. Hold on, Wendy. I'll be right back. And like Wendy's like staring at both of you, and I imagine like Kristoff is still like not
He's
exactly keeping his
cool
cool.
enough to know that when he sees Wendy, he just like looks away.
Celebratory drinks.
And she just kind of looks at you guys, and Frost says, I'm going to go see what they need. Wendy, will you make sure that the architects have everything they need? There's going to be a lot of rebuilding once we take the town back. And he heads towards your direction and kind of motions towards the woods. Does this need to be a super private conversation?
Would you prefer it to be a super private? This is fine.
Okay. What is it?
Okay, so Kristoff's magic's broke. Like Kristoff broke his magic.
He looks at you and goes, you shouldn't just, like, bruise it. Maybe you bent it weird?
No, you're familiar with the golden iris?
Yes, of course.
He used that.
Oh, why?
Because if I hadn't, we would have never closed the door and everyone would have died.
Wait.
And you see his eyes kind of like glow blue. And he says, "Oh, well, that's not good."
How not good is it?
How do you feel, Kristoff? Do you feel any magic?
I feel no magic. I feel like part of me has died, and that part of me that has died is exploded like a supernova sun star inside of my head, which hurts very badly. That's how I feel.
And he says, pretty much adds up to what I see. I don't see a lick of magic on you, Kristoff. That's not good.
Was it?
It's not unheard of, but it's not good.
Can he get it back?
In theory, it's magic. There aren't really rules. There's rules that we establish because they're safe, but I mean, he looks at your loot and says, anything's possible.
You had said that it had happened before.
Yes.
They do.
They went into the arcane torrent.
Oh, there we go. Just go to the arcane torrent. Yeah. How do we do that?
Somebody has to open it for you.
It's right here.
Okay, who can do that? Because that sounds like a task.
Frost can
Frost can probably do it. Frost, you're so good.
do anything. Yeah, powerful.
Also, thank you for your help.
Thanks for bringing that.
I was a little short earlier. I apologize for that. You've been tremendous help, and you're a great wizard, man.
Opening torrent isn't that hard for me. I'm more worried about you coming back.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do you let me work that?
Is there a trick to coming back? Do I need to like tie a rope to him?
Magical.
He needs to survive it. It's like a storm. The whole thing is like we call it a torrent for a reason. It's like putting your hand in water and hoping you don't drown. And he has no magic. It's really dangerous.
I'm gonna stiffen Frost. I've been to the eye of that storm. And I'm still here. All I have to do is once more into the breach.
He said that. Should I go with him? Should we go get Atlas and us help him? Should we not go in there?
He kind of looks at both of you. Okay. Listen. Lots of problems with this plan. Problem A, he's drunk. You know what? Maybe that's not the worst problem. Problem A revised. He has no magic.
He's got the magic in him.
That's great and inspiring when you say it like that, Rowan, but he has no magic. He won't be able to navigate the torrent or move it. He will be pushed around. And sure, you could go with him, but your magic's a little different, Rowan. It's not quite the same.
Frost, I'm going to ask you, and I say this as a man who is now useless, crippled, and without a reason to live beyond getting my magic back. Please, open a door for me now, or I'll open one myself.
And he
This
laughs.
is really hard. with magic.
And he says, how are you going to open a door, Kristoff?
I will open the door.
I'm not against helping you. It's just dangerous. Like, I'm technically assisting you to your suicide. That's how low the odds
I
are.
just told you I would rather die than to live this way, so please, once more, open the door, please.
Oh. I won't stop you. Come on. And he leads the way into the woods.
Do you want me to get Atlas? We're stronger as a team.
No,
Do you want me to go with? Do you want to take the loot? Do you want to take my sword? Do you take my sword?
Cool. So, Rowan's sword in hand. You follow
I do.
Frost. Okay. So Frost walks you into the woods and says, like, he waits until you go out there a good distance and turns and says, he like turns around on you like about face at one point and says, I think you're even startled, right? A little drunk, and he just like sharp turns on you. And he says, as like calm and stern as you've ever heard Frost be, and says, I'm going to warn you one more time, Kristoff, and I understand our relationship has been rocky to say the least, but you're going to die if you do this.
I finished the bottle of gin. I throw it to the ground. Noted.
Method acting at its finest.
What do you want me to tell Wendy?
I'll be back soon.
Oh, so lie to her. Got it. Great. Awesome. All right. And he turns and he pulls out that sickle of his, that wand, that ice wand. And he starts to raise it. And he says, I've got a dumb idea. Do you have your card?
Yes. I pull it out of the waterproof bag that Alice got from me because he loves me.
And he says, okay. Hold it to your chest. And he blasts you with a wave of arcane energy. It hurts. It don't feel real good. You take 2 points of force damage. Yeah. And so you feel that like it's a sharp pain, and it almost feels good, right? Because it's like a taste.
Got a hit.
And and he says, I hope that's gonna help. What was in your card was kind of... We almost bound you to the torrent, right? Your imprint, who Kristoff is. That was how you got into your room, right? Opening a portal, walking through. I just hope that's enough to give you a chance.
And I look down at the card, and no longer is it the 9 of clubs, but instead the King of Diamonds.
And that's all canon.
The diamond looks like frost. Ice diamonds.
The diamond looks like what,
it's like blue diamonds or like ice diamonds.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Silver
That sounds
blue.
cool. And he turns and he says, I'm probably gonna miss you, Kristoff. And he takes the glacial wand and like strikes a line in the thin air, and this like slit in the middle of the air kind of like opens up, and you can see this like storm on the other side just like rushing by.
You won't miss me for long. I jump in.
And you die.
I'm dead.
No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, cool. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you liked Kristoff.
So you I imagine you put like the card back in your pocket.
Yeah.
In the waterproof bag. And is it a confident run and jump in? Is it like a carefree drunk? Like,
it's like a
describe...
I stumble in.
Yeah, it's kind of like returning home, kind of drunk. Like you're like, I'm gonna get in here for sure. I'm confident, but not.
Scratches on the doorknob near the keyhole.
Yeah, I think in fact, like the first time you like go to it, you kind of like back up, and like, whoa, almost missed it. And then you like jump in, and immediately your skin and your eyes and your mouth and your soul is caught on fire. You have been through the torrent, you have touched the torrent, you have interacted with it, but with no magical barrier, it's almost like it's like tearing you apart as you're flung through this torrent. And it's like being thrown through the river, and it is just bright light blue and streaks of white as like these almost lightning bolts bounce around you as you're flowing backwards. And you see this entrance that you stumbled through getting smaller and smaller and smaller as you're being dragged through this torrent. What's the first thing you want to do?
This hurts very badly. My soul is on fire, and also my entire body and all of my everything. In desperation, I'm going to pat myself down, and I find the magic god fruit.
Yeah, you find that Kunlo. Or Kunlo.
Bless you. And what I'm going to do is take Rowan's sword, which is... do your sword have a name?
Nope.
Okay.
Just rapier.
Take Rowan's nameless rapier, and I'm going to etch into the fruit while I'm being burnt alive, as close as I can, an approximation of the symbols that we use to make Rowan's instrument of destruction arcane focus.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna pop it in my mouth hole.
And so you're being thrown and tumbled and spun around through this torrent, and you're like, to the best of your approximation, like flipping and trying to bring this rapier out, And you watch, it's like you pull this rapier out, like it's like rusting in the torrent, right? Like as you do this, and you're like trying to carve this, and it's shaky, and it definitely looks like a drunk person did it. Much less a drunk person being flipped around through this torrent and essentially eaten alive. And you, once you like feel confident, like, and you kind of like feel your consciousness like slipping away from you, you just bite in and bite and bite, and like at this point you're not even seeing anything. Like you are blind. It's just black, and you can still feel just this scorching amount of pain as you mindlessly, like reptilianly, bite through this fruit. And then it stops. The pain goes away. The roar of the torrent in your ears goes away. And when you open your eyes, you're in the middle of that storm again. And as you get to your knees and then up to your feet and you look around, you see those same dark clouds and you see the storm far off in the distance. And when you look across from you, there stands a figure that you've only seen in books and fairy tales and stories. And as your eyes kind of focus in, you see the shape of this silver dragon. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Ooh. Papa! Papa! Dragon!
Daddy.
Da-da. 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 Oh. That's some good stuff. I'm excited for this.
Hey! Yeah, so we end the episode with Kristoff
Thank you so much for
in
listening.
a bad place.
Not a super bad place.
I don't know.
Great place.
I mean,
Not a great place.
yeah, not a great place.
Alice is also
Yeah.
having a little bit of an existential crisis.
Rowan's a mom now.
I'm a mom now.
Mother
That's
of
true.
2 beautiful baby boys.
Bro, that's a dungeon
That's true.
bomb.
Now you can say things
Therapist.
like,
Clean up your room.
you don't know what I've been through. I'm a single mom taking care of 2 rambunctious children. Like, yeah, it's good.
I'm like, Ma, I'm gonna go out and kill some demons. You go to your room right
You
now.
better bring your cape.
Wash your
cold out
hands.
I don't
If
wanna
you
wear my
lose
cape,
a
Ma.
mitten,
I swear to fuck.
does anybody remember?
Do you have your sword? Do you
Yes,
have your battle
Mom.
axe?
Yes,
Do you have
Mom.
your cape?
No,
Well,
Mom.
I told you it's cold out there to bring your cape.
It's too red. Everyone laughs
I
at
don't
me
care if
every
they laugh
time.
at you. It's a nice cape. You got it from the guild.
Ugh, I wish you were
I
my
wish
mom. I want a different
I
mom.
wish I wasn't either, but guess what? We're here, bucko.
Slams the door.
Your other
Rolls
parents
scroll.
gave you up. I'm stuck with you.
Oh, don't say
I
stuck.
don't accept you or love you. I'm gonna leave you in the middle of the road. If only you make a pact with some sort of demon lord to gain acceptance and a place to
That's
belong.
Kristoff as a mom. Rowan as a mom is very loving. Like, honey, you need to remember to wear your cape. I know they laugh at it, but they just don't understand.
That's right. You know what? You're absolutely right. I'll go get it right now.
I'm the loving mom. It's like, just because they didn't want you doesn't mean you're not wanted. I love you for who you are, and I see the special boy that
I
you
love
are.
you.
You're too real.
You're the best mom ever.
You know what?
I
We'll
guess
get
now
your
we have
magic
to have
back.
Father's Day episodes and Mother's Day
You're
episodes.
everything that
Like,
I ever needed, even without magic. Magic just adds to it. So if you don't ever get your magic back, you said, look at your big brain. They came up with battle plans. There wasn't
I
any
have
magic
an
with
8
that.
intelligence.
Then you're just like Atlas, but weaker.
Well, that's impossible.
Ooh.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks so much for listening to our mom talk.
Oh, that's right. We're recording still.
Welcome back to our newest episode of Dungeon Moms.
Dungeon
D&D
Moms.
5e actual play podcast about dungeons and
right.
moms.
Yeah, I'm your mom.
I'm your mom. This is a dungeon.
I send you off on great things, and then while you're at school, I drink the fucking cooking sherry underneath the kitchen drawer.
Jesus, this got real. Some listener is going to be like listening to our podcast. All of a sudden, it's just stop.
Take
Not
the
today.
cooking sherry down from their lips.
Yeah,
I have a puppy now.
Alex is a puppy.
and yeah, thanks for listening. If you're not in our Discord, you should be.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
time.
all of our people in Discord, you are so great. If you're not in Discord, you should join, and then you can also be so great.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you're in our Discord, send me a DM in the Discord, and I will respond with something.
If you're in Discord and you listen to this and send me a DM, I will send you some momly advice.
Confirm.
Evan.
If you DM me in the Discord, I'll send you my best dad joke.
And Dwayne.
If you DM me in our Discord right now when you hear this, I will give you insider information about what's to come.
Oh man, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, excuse me.
Everybody, hold on.
Excuse me.
All right, go right now.
Disclaimer:
No, too late. I already
people
did
are
it.
part of the podcast cannot subscribe.
Everybody's
Please
part of the
then
podcast.
DM us what Dwayne
All of our fans
said.
are the lifeblood of this. Yeah, if you DM me with the secrets that Dwayne has given to you as the DM, I'll give you 2 magical treats.
Ooh.
I'll give you double mom advice.
I'll give you 2
I'll
dad
tell you,
jokes.
you are my special child, and you're my favorite.
You can print that out and put it on your resume.
Yeah. Actually, I will write you a resume.
I'll also write you a resume.
We're probably just gonna we're gonna have Rowan and Kristoff and Devin. Shit, that literally I see Rowan more than I see Alex and Kristoff and Shane. We're gonna have the 3 Lawful Stupid boys actually write you good mom sayings, like good affirmations from a mom's point of view. Then we're gonna put them on a T-shirt. That way you can buy it.
And also, you can use me as a reference.
Yeah, if you put me down as a reference, you're like, yes, I'm here with an interview with a dragon bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever she wants, give it to her. She's the best.
Like, you don't even know.
We're guaranteed hires.
You could just say things like extremely powerful.
Pretty powerful.
None of that.
Has a record for seeing things through to the end
You will
in a
have
fiery way.
goblin-free workplace. Yeah, guaranteed.
Confirmed.
If you get an interview, I will give you insider tips on a guarantee that you get the job. I've never had an interview where I didn't get offered the job. I've had my application outright denied, but if I've got an interview, I've never been denied.
Yeah, because first thing you do before you go to the interview, this is a sneak peek. First thing you gotta do, get dressed for success. And by dressed for success, I mean put on your dancing shoes, because it's time to roll that performance check, my dudes. It's all a show. Life's a show.
Yeah,
Kill it.
just make yourself
Yeah,
memorable.
interviews are 100% a giant dog and
Hey, we're
pony
gonna
show.
do D&D After Dark, where we talk about how you're gonna...
No, we still
get
have
the
to do the
job.
roll for
This is
humanity.
like business life. This is business advice. We've now, the end of the podcast has turned into the business advice
Yeah,
hour.
so roll for humanity.
Yep.
That's a 5.
I give you bardic inspiration.
That's I don't know what your bardic inspiration is now.
A plus D8.
That's a whole 8, so it's 13.
Booyah.
13.
There you go.
$13 goes to the charity of this month, of this year, of our Lord.
Because we're all about giving back. Because you guys just give us so much, and we appreciate it.
I will also tease. I don't know when this is releasing, but there's going to be a new Patreon reward coming soon.
What? You didn't even tell us about
We
that.
know. No. Secrets.
It's still a secret, but I'm working on some of the details for it, and it'll be released and announced soon.
Yeah. I'm stoked about that.
It should be September 1st.
Can I be a
release.
Patreon and get in on that?
I mean, you can donate to the Patreon. Yeah, why not? You can pay us money to get in on this reward.
Yes.
So everybody, when Alex signs up, make sure we send him a T-shirt and all the other Patreon
I'm
rewards.
about
Yeah.
that.
You get to be an
Handwritten
NPC in the
note.
show. Your NPC is Rowan Legato.
My NPC.
Your NPC is Alex. It'll just be yourself. And then there'll be a moment where Rowan talks to yourself and I have to be you.
Oh, that's too
try
many.
to have them keep their hands off each other.
We kind of did that in
Yeah.
Spoopy Mansters already.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, really, it's just going to be like me trying to impersonate Rowan because they're the same
That's
person.
true.
I've
We're
confirmed
the
this.
same person. If you hate Rowan, you hate me as a person, and I respect that.
That's true.
We haven't got any hate mail about Rowan, just
Oh.
Kristoff.
That's true.
Thanks for listening.
All right,
Thanks for the
boys.
hate mail.
Let's play them out.
Yeah.
We love you. Bye.
We love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.